We all know that staying inside of our homes during this pandemic is something we all have to do in order to remain safe. But in some places, staying home will keep you safe from something else entirely. In the Mexican town of Coita, police officers have been roaming the streets at night after receiving multiple reports of a wolfman-like creature that has been terrorizing the town for several days. A recent report states, "We have confirmed reports that in the 2 a.m. hours of Friday, police element Alfonso saw the creature wandering the streets on the north side of Barrio Nuevo. Neighbors also reported hearing howls coming from the local ecological park of Aguaje. Those who have directly encountered the creature claim that it is about 2 meters tall and has great agility. One of the neighbors managed to let out several shots towards the creature, striking it, but claimed that his bullets were useless and none of them caused any kind of damage. Another neighbor saw the creature jump over a 3-meter fence. Others have also reported seeing the creature fleeing and easily jumping from rooftop to rooftop. While many of the locals and police officers have reported these strange sightings of a wolf-like entity terrorizing the town, the only possible evidence of it can be heard and seen by a handful of recordings of howl-like cries that have been recorded on camera. While you can definitely hear what sounds like a wolf cry, these cannot be possibly identified as those coming from a werewolf-like creature. A few photos have also been taken of what appears to be claw-like marks. So what could be terrorizing the town of Coita? Some townsfolk have speculated that what they are actually seeing and hearing is a nahual. A nahual is similar to what we know in the United States as a skinwalker, a shape-shifting witch doctor or sorcerer that has the ability to transform itself into animal form, oftentimes taking on the shape of a wolf or an owl. Even the local pastor went as far as to acknowledging the existence of these shape-shifting beings and asked the congregation to remain calm and place a white candle outside of their home in order to deter this creature. Some of the locals went as far as creating a posse to try and locate the witch doctor and put an end to this terror. Psychotherapist Dulce Bonifaz stated, quote, "What we are seeing is not a case of a werewolf-like being terrorizing the town, but instead this could be a case of mass hysteria. The sounds of howls have always been around, but because normally the streets are so busy, we don't get to hear them. Now that most of us are home due to COVID-19 and the streets are quiet, we can hear and see things we normally wouldn't be able to." She also went on to mention the most recent cases of mass hysteria that took place several years ago when the chupacabras craze was being reported all over Mexico and other parts of the world. And yet another case of mass hysteria that took on Mexico by storm in the 60s and 70s with the supposed apparitions of Yeti and Bigfoot-like creatures that roam the countrysides. But regardless of what might be causing this town to see and hear werewolf-like beings running amok on their streets, we should also remember that these nahual or skinwalker-like beings have been reported for centuries, and there are those who strongly believe in them. The mind is a powerful thing and could quite possibly be the reason why so many are seeing these entities. Could it be that because so many people have claimed to see this monster, a tulpa entity was actually created? For those who are not familiar with a tulpa is essentially an imaginary friend that can think and move independently of your own consciousness. You're basically interacting with your mind with an independent energy or spirit. The more energy you put into creating your own tulpa, the stronger it will become. Your tulpa will have the ability to think, advise, and create things of its own. Some of the stories associated with it can be extremely scary and can easily get out of control. The thing about tulpas is that they can also be created in various forms. This includes but is not limited to werewolves, Bigfoot, ghosts, family members who've passed away, and even demonic-like beings. In many cases, this could be the reason why so many people claim to see a relative who's passed away. They are creating their own tulpa of their dead relative through the subconscious mind, making them so strong that some claim to have even interacted with them. This could also explain why so many of us can hear or see apparitions while ghost hunting. We project this energy strong enough that we are creating our own tulpa, which in turn manifests itself with knocks, disembodied voices, sounds, creaks, etc. Other people create tulpas on purpose, and by doing this, many of them can easily go out of control. There have been many cases of people who have created their own tulpa and soon experience what is known as old hag syndrome. Old hag syndrome is also known as night hag. It is a name given to the supernatural creature that causes you to have sleep paralysis. It is the presence of a malevolent being which can immobilize a person and make you feel like something heavy is sitting on your chest or staring at you from the foot of your bed. The person experiencing the sleep paralysis is usually conscious and awake but is unable to move. You are aware of your surroundings but can't snap out of it. Some people report seeing an old woman-like thing laughing at them. This woman will easily turn violent and scratch or beat that person. On many instances, the victim will wake up thinking that they've had a bad nightmare, only to discover when they look in the mirror that they actually have bruises and scratches on their bodies in the exact places where the old hag attacked them. So with all this in mind, could it be that the town of Coita, Chiapas be experiencing something as simple as a tulpa that has gone out of control? Or do you think that a skinwalker-like being is what's terrorizing the town? Personally, I could not say, but if I were to guess, I think that the psychiatrist might be right. We are all being forced to stay home because of this pandemic, and because of that, we are hearing and seeing many things that we normally wouldn't see or pay attention to. But on the other hand, maybe there is a reason why our ancestors warned us about such creatures that lurk in the shadows. They didn't have the lights and sounds or busy lives that we have in modern times, so their senses were heightened and strongly relied on for survival. So if they were seeing strange monster-like creatures centuries ago, how do we know for sure that those same creatures or tulpa energies aren't still around? Thanks for watching. I'm Cryptid Hunter. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. You can also visit my page at seekinglegends.com. I would love to hear back from you. Thank you so much, have a great day, and stay strange.